How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Caroline's Fluid Artistry. Hope everybody is having a good day. As you can see today, I'm working on some love hearts and I'm going to do a beach scene again. I really like the beach, so why not? What I done to prepare it was at the back, I used some resin tape at the back. I don't actually know what resin tape is for. I just seen it and bought it and thought, okay, maybe that's what that means, but could be something completely different, so we'll see how that works, because normally I use like painter's tape. And I put a little bit of white acrylic paint on the, I think it's just plywood, and I just painted this bit because I'm not using real sand this time. I just wanted to go like, I don't know, I just wanted to give it a different look, so I just kind of painted it this kind of ochre golden sandy color, and I'm doing two. Hopefully I've got enough resin mixed in to actually do two. But before I start, I wanted to show you the results of what I did last time, which was the Australian maps and how they turned out. So this is the first one. I think it turned out really nice. I've done all the back as well. I painted the back because this wood was really thin, as you can see. And when because I got so excited, ready to do these, that I didn't actually tape the back. And obviously we had drips, so I had to get in with my sander, and in parts, I don't know if you can see, but there's little kind of grooves, so I just thought if I paint the back it'll look a little bit better. So that's that one. I did three, and then we have this one and this one. This one's my favorite, and for anybody who was watching my last video, you might remember me telling you all that I lived over here in this part of Australia, in WA. Well, no, I got that wrong. I live here. This is where WA is. I don't know how I got that wrong. I don't know whether it's because it was facing up this way, but probably just not thinking. And also, because I'm not actually originally from WA, as you might be able to tell with my accent, I'm from Ireland, and in the map of Ireland I'm actually from that part over there in Dublin. So maybe that was what it was, I don't know, but yeah, so I'm sure somebody was screaming, or maybe you weren't, but you were probably saying, what in God's name is this woman talking about? That is not where WA is. So yeah, what I'm doing is I've got my three colors. Once again, I'm using my acrylic paints because I want to use them up. I've got my Parisian blue. That's going to be for the darker sea, and then as it gets a little bit lighter, we're going with greenish blue, and then we're using our turquoise green. And today I'm using again Art Flow resin, just part A and part B, so 1:1 ratio. I've mixed up my colors. I've got my clear for the sand, I've got my white as well, and what I was going to do, just to add a little bit of interest to the beach, I was going to put in some of this Colour Passion Max White Sparkle, just to see how it goes and how it looks. So I'm going to be very delicate, because oh yeah, look how fine that is, and I don't know how much to use, so I don't know, that much, you reckon? Maybe that much? We'll see. I'll just stick the, oh gold. I probably shouldn't do this anywhere near my wood, but sure. So we'll give it a little stir. I'm not sure if you can see that, if it's going to come up on camera, but yeah, I think it looks okay. I'm just trying something new. I just thought I'd put a bit of sparkle into the beach. Can you see that? Is that coming up? It looks nice to me. So I'm going to use that. I'll just put the lid on this so I don't knock it everywhere, because I'm a bit clumsy. Sorry for that noise. My dishwasher was on, and I don't have a studio or anything like that. I'm just working on my kitchen bench. So yeah, you're going to hear little gurgly noises, and you might even hear my dog snoring or barking or a cat meowing. But yeah, bear with me. So what I thought I'd do, because I thought I'd pour my clear first, because I don't want my colours on and then to pour my clear, and for my clear to run into my colours. So I thought today I just try pour my clear first and see how we go with that. I want to keep a little tiny bit back just in case I need more. So I'm just gonna, oh, it looks, maybe I've done too much sparkle, who knows? Who knows? I've actually heated my resin up in front of the fire. The reason I did that is today in Perth, it's pretty chilly. We're winter here in Australia. So it's been raining all day yesterday, a little bit of rain today, not as bad, but still quite chilly. I was actually tempted to put the resin in the microwave, but I decided against it. The reason being, I didn't know if it would blow up. I didn't want my microwave blowing up. And then I also think, like, if I put it in there, would I be able to use the microwave again for, like, you know, food? I don't want to poison my family. So I don't know, does anybody know if that's something you can do? Can you put resin in the microwave and then, is it safe? Can you reuse your microwave, or should you have like a special microwave just for your resin heating purposes? I mean, I know you can buy machines that heat up your resin and take bubbles out and stuff like that, but I'm not at that stage. This is just, you know, early days for me. Okay, so that looks, I don't know if you can see that, but when it's all finished, I'll take you down and let you see it. But there's a lot of sparkle on there. I might have went overboard with it, but look, it's a fantasy beach. You don't get beaches on a heart, so I just thought, just something pretty. I'll keep that bit of clear over there just in case I need more. And I'm going to start with my turquoise green. I hope I have enough. And now actually I'm thinking I shouldn't have probably put the sparkle in the clear, because now if I need more clear, I can't put it in because it's all going to be sparkly. Unless I have a sparkly beach, but no, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to see if I can make do with what I've got. So we'll start with our turquoise and kind of just hope and pray that I have enough. I did 20 mils of each color, and I did 4 ounces of resin all up, and hoping that that would be enough, but no, never know. I just don't know how to measure resin. I know there's an app, and I think the app, you put in the measurement of what you're actually using, so I probably would have put in the measurement of this piece of wood, but I don't know the measurements because I threw out the piece of paper that they came in. I kind of do things like that. I kind of rush into things. I get excited. I go, oh, I want to do this. I want to try that. And I don't stop to think about looking into it properly. So, okay, I've got a little bit of resin, not a lot, but a little bit left in there, just in case I need to do some more. Now we're going to go in with our second colour, which was our greenish blue. Once again, I only did 20 mils of this, so hoping it's okay. And actually, when I think about it, I probably should have done less blue, the dark blue that goes out here, because we don't want it as dark. I only wanted a smaller bit, and more of the other 2 colours. Once again, you learn as you go. It's all a learning curve for me. As I said, this is only, I mean, I've done a few pieces. This is my second time doing an actual proper YouTube video. I do have some shorts up when I was doing my fluid art and stuff like that. But paint is a different medium to resin, way different. Resin has a lot more complications. I'd say it's harder to work with, but I just like, I think the finished examples of it, the finished products are just a bit nicer than the paint, in my opinion. I don't know. I still got loads of my acrylic pour stuff. This is my dark one, the Parisian blue. Yeah, I've still got loads of paintings and stuff that I've done, and some of them are dotted around my house. I've got a lot just sitting. Oh, there's a bit of fluff on there. I've got a lot just sitting around, lying up against the wall in the spare room. doing nothing, which is probably a bit sad. Yeah, I definitely didn't want this much dark. Yeah, I should have just done less. I don't know. I think I did this the last time as well. I think I did too much dark and I still haven't learnt my lesson. But it'll work. It'll work out. I put a little hole, because there's a little hole, there's some string that gets attached to this little heart so it can be put on the wall and stuff. And I put a little hole in it to so that I don't block up the hole when it comes to putting the string back on and hanging it up. Oh, Caroline, have you made enough resin? Not 100% sure if I've made enough resin. But, so I'm going to scrape out what I can. Oh, that nearly went into my sand. I'm going to scrape out what I can. And hope when I heat it up maybe it will spread a bit more. Oh, I thought 20 mils would be plenty. Yeah, what's that old saying? Pissed the bed and thought you were sweating. Oops, probably shouldn't have said that on camera. Anyway, I might as well just dump everything out. Scrape it everything out and dump it out. Just kind of mix that in there a little bit. Yeah. And this is what I mean with resin, I think. Because, I mean, if you're doing your painting, your fluid art painting, and you hadn't got enough paint, it's pretty easy just to make up another batch. You don't really have to worry too much because the paint takes a bit longer to dry, whereas this resin can go off and start hardening on you, which I feel like it is because of the cold as well, even though I've heated it up. But nothing I can do about it. That's my mantra. Nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. But it is what it is, isn't it, really? It's only a bit of fun. However, I would like to maybe see if there's a little market or a stall or somewhere near me that maybe I could sell my work. I don't know. I'm imagining every single person who makes stuff thinks the same thing. We all think we're amazing. I'm going to just heat up this resin and see if I can get it moving a little bit, so bear with me while I get my heat gun. Okay. This will also help with bubbles and stuff, but yeah, I just want to give it a heat, so it's going to be a bit noisy for a minute. Use my hand to try and move this resin around. I've made it nice and flowy, so that's good. Hopefully it'll spread nicely. And I don't want to go too far down because I want to do another little bead across there so that I can put my what's it called? My white, bloody hell, for my waves. I'm just going around and trying to cover the edges, but this is very, did you see what I've just done? Just held that like that. Oh Lord, I really need somebody to stand beside me and say, don't do that, Caroline, that's not how you do it. I'm not sure if I'm going to get all these edges covered, but I don't really have to stress about that because I think I could just paint them. So I want to kind of, I don't like just straight lines, I like it to be all merged together, like so. Obviously I'm putting a heap of bubbles into it, but that's okay, because I'm going to come back with my other sorry if all you're seeing is my But yeah, there's that one. Look at all those bubbles. Fab. This one I'm going to heat up now. Just clean up a little bit. I've got some baby wipes and stuff at the side here to try and do a little bit of a clean up because it gets quite messy. Let's heat up this one. Let's just kill these bubbles already. Let's get this one nice and fluid. I've been looking at ordering some molds, but I want to make some coasters. I have actually made a couple of cheese boards, obviously not on camera, and I want to kind of, what I'm doing, what the plan is I've got some friends' birthdays coming up and I'd like to just give them to them for their birthday. So I want to get some nice little molds to do some cheese boards, sorry, some coasters. And I went on to, I think it was Temu. Probably not the best place to buy them, but because I'm just learning, I think, well, I'd rather just spend a couple of quid rather than spend too much money, especially if I don't exactly know what I'm doing. So if they don't really turn out great, I can just kind of say, oh well, at least I didn't spend a heap of money on them, because I know they can be quite expensive. So I've ordered some of those off of Temu. I've ordered some pigment pastes as well, because I know my paints seem to be doing really well colour wise, but I'd like to just venture out and do some different colours. And I'm kind of just learning about the different people that supplies, the different supplies. I don't know how that looks. I think I've gone a bit too much blue in there. Let's clean off those gloves and put a bit more of that one in there. You never know what they're going to turn out like until they're actually finished and dried, and then you get a real feel for what they look like. But I'm going to pop the bubbles in that one with my heat gun. I've also got a little butane gas one that I actually like better. But right now I just want to get this spread a bit more. Spread it. Put it all down. Okay. Right, okay, so I'm just going to go through, I see little bubbles that you guys probably can't see. Here's a little. I quite like the little sparkle. I still think I might have done too much, but nothing to do better now. Right, so now this is where I think I need to add a bit more of the white. Or should I just very gentle? Oh, look what I've done. Oh my God, I'm so angry with myself. I don't know how to clean that. How do I get that out? I think that'll be okay. Let's be more careful, Caroline. Bloody hell. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just try and push that colour down onto the board, that little white bits that are missing. Oh. A bit over here. Because I don't think you should, I don't know, but I don't think you should put your white on just plain board. I think you absolutely need to have it. Oh my God, that could have been a disaster. My stick off camera fell into the white, but it landed upside down, so the turquoise didn't go into it. Okay, I think my white is, oh, it's very thick. It's really thick. I don't know how this is going to work. All right, let's do a tiny little bead of, when I say tiny, I bet you it's going to come out real fast. I'm just going to go as slow as I can. Hope you haven't got anything busy to do. Just that little bit like that. A little bit like this. Okay, and now the white, which is really thick. You know what, I'm going to add a little bit more clear to it. I know it's got sparkle in it. Oh no, I better not. You don't have sparkly waves. How am I going to get that to go across? Look how thick it is. Well, I guess I better move, get a wiggle on, because just me sitting here stirring it is not going to make it get any thinner. So let's just start. See the way it's wiggling like that? Apparently that's not a good thing. You should just get a nice straight line. Let's go again from this side. And you remember the last time, I don't know if you remember, when I was blowing out my waves, I mucked about with them and I was like, oh no, I'll just do another bit here and another bit there. And that was the one that I ruined. I won't be doing that this time. I'm just going to do the one blow and then leave it. Because I think that just ruins it. Oh yeah, my white is very thick. It's supposed to be a nice bead or line of white. This is like blobs. Oh, like that. I was trying to cover up that bit. Oh Lord. Why is this part so hard? This part always gives me such anxiety. And for good reason, I suppose, because it always turns out a bit of a mess. All right, let's just leave that. And now give it a little blast of the torch. Just to warm it up and get any bubbles out of it. Now I'm going in with my heat gun. Pray for me. Right, I'm going to heat it a little bit. Slap this side. I don't know why I want to. Here we go. We're starting in the middle. Don't know why. Just want to. I like that. I quite like that one. What do you think? What do you guys think? Do you think it's okay? I'm going to hit it with the heat gun, break it up a little bit, get some lacing. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Okay. Maybe I'm getting the hang of this. We're just going to heat. Start in the middle. Fingers crossed I get some nice push out waves. Push, push, push. Push, push. Not as easy as it looks, let me tell you. Come down there a bit, let's get you out of there. Push, push, push. Oh, woo! Did you see that, guys? There was smoke. Right. Oh, sugars. Right. Okay, that doesn't look bad. I'm leaving it. I'm not messing around with it. I'm not fiddling with it. I'm not adding more white. I'm just leaving it. Aha! And that is that, apparently. However, I'm really not happy with this. I don't know, it's ugh, I don't know what it is. It's just too, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Well, I am putting my finger on it. Pardon the pun. I don't know what it is. It's just this one. I don't mind. Oh. And here's where I mess everything up because I start fiddling. Because I can't leave things good enough alone. Right, I've introduced some bubbles there. Let me break them up. I actually think I see something in it, so you might see my big head. I'm just going to kind of angle myself and see if I can see. I thought I seen something in it. I see something there. Oh, Jesus Christ, Caroline, why do you do these things? I've done it again. God. And you didn't even get what it was you were after. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm even getting it. No, it's still there. It's a little tiny dot of something. There's a bloody hair there. Look at that! I don't know if you guys can see it. That'll be a dog hair. Even though I've cleaned this area. Right, let me just look. Yeah, that whatever that is there, and it's staying there because I can't get it out. One more torch just to be on the safe side for bubbles. Okay, haha, done. I'm just going to take this glove off, and I've got a nice clean glove. So I can take you guys down. Actually, I'm going to take both of them off and just, because I don't want to get resin on my camera. So bear with me. Hopefully I don't drop the phone in the resin, because that would be a nightmare. Oh my God. Oh, there we are. That's my sink, sorry. I did tell you I work from home. So this turns you up. So there it is, my Love Heart beach resin. I quite like it. Not really happy about this area, the swirls. Don't know what I did wrong there. Probably didn't mix everything correctly. This is the second one. I like this one a little bit better. What I should have done was probably put a few little waves in here, and that would have disguised, and in here would have disguised it a little bit, but it is what it is. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me, and if you like what you see, if you just want to click like and subscribe and help me out, and if you've got any tips about heating resin in a microwave, or any tips at all to a newbie who's just learning this, please let me know. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.